are here. We are here at Betty's Village, 7755 West Oquendo Road. And we are talking about their HallOVeen magical forest. But first, I want to go ahead and say, Willie!
What's up, Al? This has been the most incredible week. I got to see my entire family at the HallOVeen Magical Forest in Opportunity Village. So I brought some of them with me. Look at these guys. They're everywhere. That's my cousin Joe. And that's my other Aunt Marissa. And oh my gosh, I hear that Uncle Bob is going to be part of your prizes today for sports trivia. Oh my gosh, there he is. Look at this. Even Barry is dressed like my family.
Hey, we got Marvin the Martian, and Marvin brought his friend Tyrone the T-Rex. Got Plasma Pete over there celebrating.
Oh, this is so exciting! This is my favorite time of year, Halloween! Or should I say HallOVeen?
Disco Baller.
Oh, look at all these amazing family members I'm surrounded by. Willie, you are just so cool. You are just so cool. Thank you, everyone. And I just want to say these are the coolest prizes I've seen in a long time.
Yes.
You guys have.
Yeah.
Prizes for Nick's Trivia.
Heck yeah.
But we can't forget about Olivia. The lovely Olivia.
It's been a long time in the making. I've got my eyeballs placed more perfectly than ever. Can you see?
It looks lovely on you, Olivia.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have her hair by next week, they tell me. Anyways, bye.
Can we, Miss Rylee over there? Say hello to everybody, Miss Rylee. Can we get a Jonas Brothers blast? Say, hey, Jonas Brothers. And here, we got my man, Nick G, with me today.
What's going on, Al?
And guess what, everybody? Nick G's from New Jersey, all right?
From the Joyzy clan.
And I never knew that after all this time being next to him. But me, myself, I'm from Chicago. I'm Big Al, a.k.a. the Golden Child from Chicago, here with 702 Sports, produced and created by Creation for Cause, proud partners of the Clark County School District.
Woo-hoo!
Yes! Yes, and we are going to have our first show on Friday at Green Valley High School. Wait till you meet this young lady. Awesome, awesome. I cannot wait. Our first episode this Friday, Clark County School District. And we're also on the air Saturdays and Sundays with BGC Sports Network.
Oh, yeah.
Out of Texas and Oklahoma. And boy, do we have some great Oklahoma
yes,
and Texas
we do.
stories today.
Oh, man.
Both those football teams looking, all three football teams. Go Longhorns, hook 'em horns, #1 this year, this week. My fault. And then we also got the Texans bouncing back from a great
man.
win against, not even a bounce back, because they were winning the game, but they didn't give the game up.
No, they did not.
Won the game 23-20. But the interesting thing is the Cowboys have peeled off 2 wins in a row.
2 wins in a row, no, man. That makes my heart melt right there. Ooh.
Because they were, a lot of people were predicting they were going to lose against Pittsburgh.
Man, no, I knew they were going to pull it out, but it wasn't going to be an easy win for them. Not at all.
Not at all.
That wasn't. No.
And
that
Rylee,
was a
what's your
struggle.
team over there? Dallas Cowboys. Right. There's Israel, our photographer. But I just love Izzy. Izzy, if you ever need a picture, you gotta look us up at Creation for Cause. Israel has the crystal clear, crispy pictures for you that you will be able to get a chance to see on our website. But look, I want to go into this because I'm really excited today to talk to a Mr. Bob Brown, President and CEO of Opportunity Village. But we also get to talk about this. This is just so great. Again, I got goosebumps. Look at those hairs standing up.
Oh, yeah.
Got 'em. We are going to talk about the 70th anniversary. 70th anniversary. But we also got Mr. Brown coming in on segment 2 to talk sports. He also was a football player like myself. So I cannot wait to pick his brain about the NFL. But we also got a lot of great news coming from him. But look, let's go into the recap. Okay. The recap is awesome because my son's team is the Minnesota Vikings, which I did like at one point when they had Randall Moss. Randy Moss. Call it right, his government name. Randall Moss. But here it is. The Vikings are 5-0.
Man.
5-0. Who would ever
Year,
expect
man.
that?
I did this not in a million years, man. My friend Davey would be happy second.
5-0. They beat the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. Mr. Rodgers had like 3 picks. But guess what, though? Here's the breaking news. I just found out today. Charge! That head coach Robert Saleh for the Jets just got his walking papers.
Yep, that's right.
Wow. Now that's incredible because you cannot have beef, which he was having beef with Aaron Rodgers last week about the offense. You cannot talk bad about a Hall of Fame quarterback that's still playing right now. And Robert Saleh is a defensive coordinator from the 49ers. Remember that? So I'm just a little twisted when you have defensive coordinators becoming head coaches.
Right,
Now,
exactly.
I know it starts with the defense, right?
Of course, yeah.
Bill Belichick was a defensive coordinator.
Can't have a good football team with a bad defense.
But I just think right now, you know, that was at a time where I was in high school in the 80s. But now this whole end up like evolution, right?
An evolution for sure, yeah.
Everything is changing right now. What sells tickets is touchdowns. What sells tickets is quarterbacks. What sells tickets is 2,000-yard rushers, like Derrick Henry did.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Derrick Henry, great pickup for the Ravens. So I just want to talk about the defense is going to be there, but in this game in NFL, it's like, can you outscore me?
Can you outscore for sure?
You know.
Yeah.
So we look at this right here. We already talked about the Bills and Texans. 23-20, C.J. Stroud.
Really close game.
I just hope he'll be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, C.J. Stroud.
I hope so too, man.
He's a great person. Remember, as I've always said, he donates his salary every Thursday for inclusion to homeless people.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And families that are in need. Like, that is beautiful. Beautiful Christian man. Love him dearly. But let's talk about one thing that's kind of sad right now, but Devontae Adams wants to get out. And like we talked about it, right, man?
Yep.
Evolution. The guy's been in the league over 10 years.
He wants a piece of that chip, man.
He wants the ring, and you can't blame him. You just can't blame him. He's seeing a lot of inconsistencies with the Raiders. I mean, said he had a hamstring, but guess what? I found out through the grapevine he couldn't play.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he could have.
And just with that, you know, the Broncos have peeled off 3 wins in a row. And they hadn't beaten the Raiders in 7 straight times. So not only did they snap their losing streak, the Raiders lost 18-34. Broncos
Big
were at
loss,
home.
man.
So only I'm looking at, they're talking about this week that Devontae Adams could be getting traded as quick as this week.
I wouldn't blame them. You know, they get traded out and then to a better team so he can get a piece of that chip. I could see it.
You can see now here it is. There's some teams that are looking forward to getting them. One is the Chiefs. 2 is the Cowboys. Right? And I think that they missed out on Derrick Henry. If they need a stretch, right? They need to go ahead and get him. Because that'll make a lot of, like again, touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
You know, throwing the ball downfield. Not just run, pass, punt. We're just done with that. So let's just go into the NCAA. Well, first of all, let's jump ship. Let's talk about the Aces. Now,
Here we are.
there we go. Now the Aces, great team. We were always supporting them. No matter how it goes, I'm going to start this piece of segment off with this. The Aces will always be number 1.
Of course. But, as we said before in the show, the Aces will always play their hand in the house. But sometimes, the house loses.
The house loses. And here's one thing. The Liberty, they were the best team.
They were
all year. They were the number 1 team in the East all year.
And me and Coach Bobby talked about this. You know, the Liberty, really strong team, really good. And we knew that they were going to have a hard time with the Aces. But, I mean,
It is what it is, man. The Liberty is a good team. You can't argue with it.
When you're consistently doing what you need to do, and that's what the Liberty been doing, yeah, I just gotta tip my hat off to the Liberty. Now they'll be playing the winner of the Lynx, the Minnesota Lynx, and Connecticut Sun. So we're gonna go ahead and I got also another footnote. The NBA, their regular season starts on October 23rd. So get your tennis shoes, your Converse, your Nikes, your Adidas, wipe them up, get them ready. So now let's go into NCAA college football. Upsets all around. I'm just gonna hit some key points. Teams that were in the top 5 dropped off. Alabama was number 1 going into last week. They lost to Vanderbilt. On the road to Vanderbilt, gave up 40 points. Roll Tide? Nah, we gotta roll that up and throw it away. You know what I mean? So now they're out of the mix. I mean, they're not out of the mix, but they just dropped their number 1 spot. Tennessee was ranked number 4.
Oh yeah.
They lost to Arkansas. 19-14. Tennessee was one of the highest scoring teams.
They were, and that was a tight game for them. Really tight.
I mean, but again, they're on the road. So that lets you know, college football on the road, home team matters.
Oh yeah.
Are you UNLV Rebs? Love you still, Rebs. That's okay. You played a team from where? Syracuse.
Joyzy,
Right?
Syracuse.
Syracuse came in. Hey, it went to overtime, and they lost 44-41. So I'm not feeling bad about the Rebels because Malik Williams and Ricky White, we're gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be part of that 12.
Oh yeah.
Right, that in the playoffs when the playoffs happen.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be part of the 12. So don't leave us out. Okay. Got a good quarterback. Got a great coach, Odom. We will be there. But 2 out of the top 5 teams lost. So this week is rivalry.
Oh yes,
And
it is.
We will give you that preview in the 3rd segment.
Oh, it's gonna be real fun.
I'm gonna enjoy this, man.
It's gonna be great. So we're gonna go for a break, and please come back and see us. 2 minutes, 2 and 2. Thank you.
Woo! What's up, guys? It's Anise, Creation for Cause 702 Sports on the sidelines. I am here at Opportunity Villages, Betty's Village, which is an all-inclusive living facility here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are with the CEO and president, Bob Brown. How are you doing today, Bob?
I'm doing awesome.
Oh my God, thank you so much for joining our show.
It's great to be on 702 Sport.
It's great to have you. We're super excited today.
Yeah.
So Opportunity Village, this is your 70th anniversary year.
It is. And I have not been there the entire time. I just want to make that clear, okay?
How long have you been here, Bob?
11
How long?
years. 11 years.
11
great
fabulous
years. Absolutely.
So what brought you over to Opportunity Village?
I wanted to make a change. I was in the newspaper business for many years, 35 years, and decided to make a change and was offered the opportunity and never looked back. And it's really been probably the best thing I've ever done in life. It's so much fun.
Oh my gosh, we've been to many events. We actually did in 2022. We did the documentary for your Cadillac Gala when Santana donated the guitars.
Yes.
We worked with Daryl Borges. We
Yeah.
shot that, and then we met Linda Smith.
Yep.
And she actually gave us the Caregivers Award with Rylee, and I got to learn a lot about Opportunity Village and how she started when you guys were just a warehouse in like
Right.
1954.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Tell us about the
Well, I
beginning
mean,
of Opportunity
obviously,
Village.
I wasn't there, but it was a Main Street. First they started out in a house, and that's why we call Desi's Table our bakery line after Desi. And really, the whole thing about the families starting it is that if 7 families got together and they could start something that's incredible, what could we all do in our communities, right? And that's the lesson about Opportunity Village that always inspires me is that, this was just 7 families coming together and saying, hey, we need to do something for our kids. That is how the world works. I mean, that's the best part of how the world works. So, 70 years later with this huge organization, we've got, 63 sites all over town. We have job training. We've got the 4 campuses. We've got the thrift store. And now we've got this beautiful residential community, which, it's such a blessing for the organization and for the community to have something like this. Where here we have 88 folks living in this wonderful community. We're building a new one in the Northwest, and that'll be 122 people living there. And then we'll also have not just the the living residential community, but we'll have a center that we can do some rehabilitation and work with people there, some severely disabled people that we work with on a daily basis, and then we'll have the thrift store.
Within your Opportunity Village, you also have your art department as the store.
We do, and I'm glad you said that, because we're going to have an art gallery at the new location, which is something we've never had before, and I just, we're really, there's something about art that brings out, a part of someone's really spirit, So when you see artwork and you're touched by it, you're really making a connection with somebody who isn't even in the room.
No,
I mean, they're not even there, and yet they made a connection with you.
Exuded.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
it's incredible.
we love the art. We love to see people come in the organization. Maybe they're nonverbal, and then they start creating this beautiful art, and you're like, where is that coming from? It's just fantastic. So it's always important to remember that we're not just serving. It's not just a client. That's a person. It's a human being, and they have a soul, and they have dreams and aspirations, and that's what keeps Opportunity Village fresh and alive and energetic.
Every time we walk in this place, we are just blown away and inspired by your clients, by your staff. The clients come in sometimes very shy. They've been through rough situations, and within weeks, not even months, weeks, they're out of their shells. They're painting. They're racing around the campus. They're involved in multiple projects. You guys have dance performances. You guys. And then your Santa Run. Your Santa Run is coming up in December.
Yeah.
We were talking about that because Big Al, we were talking about that audience off the sidelines. Big Al last year, we did our episode with the Collaboration Center Foundation and Linda Teche and Al. We dressed him up as Santa Claus. So this year we would love to be at your Santa Run and maybe start the kickoff or something.
We've got plenty of space here. It's the Downtown Event Center, and you've been there. It's that beautiful, wide open space. Of course, the Santa Run's December 7th. I want everybody to sign up for it. Look, it's the best event of the year. I mean, it is so much fun. I mean, everybody dressed up like Santa.
Huge reputation around town for just being a blast.
You don't have to be a runner. It's not about running. There's a
walk.
walk.
They're just having just this excitement in you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're standing in the middle of a crowd of thousands of people and they're all dressed like Santa, how do you not have a good time?
Exactly.
How do people not have a good time to that? I'm just saying. I mean, it's like the funnest thing there is.
And everything you guys do, you have a good time. Even last year, we found out you guys had a big fashion show last year.
We did.
Mendel with this designer.
We did. Jay Mendel came from New York, and we had this incredible fashion show at the Aces.
Wow.
The Aces were our partners in that, and let us use their gym for that, and it was just fantastic. And the thing about it is, being creative and having fun. It's really it goes to the heart of what we do as our mission. It's it's that honesty and openness that we get from the people that we're serving here. And our culture has to match that. We have to. That's who we are. We have to be that and make those connections with the community, make it with other people. It's what really makes it Opportunity Village special.
And you guys really just show that everybody has a role and a purpose, and it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks or what the judgment
Exactly.
is. You inspire that person to just come out and be who they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, some of our ambassadors, they were in the fashion show and they had their own dresses, and
Exciting.
that was fantastic. Just seeing the looks on their faces, and how excited they were to be there. And when are they ever going to get an opportunity to have Jay Mendel, gown on and walk down the catwalk?
How did you guys do the casting? Who got to decide who walked and who was on
That's
the
way
sidelines?
above my pay grade. I have no idea.
Was there an audition?
The great thing about OV is we have this great staff, and they, it's really about finding out what people want to do. And a lot of times we're just asking people, hey, what are you interested in? What do you like? And if they say something like, I want to be a model, or I want to be at a fashion show, okay, let's write that down if that ever comes up, And so that's the kind of things that, the staff does a great job of finding people that fit that.
Everyone that you guys bring in just becomes part of this magical organization. They exude the thrill of helping others, but it doesn't even feel like helping others. It just feels like the right thing to do. It's just what you do.
It's 100%. I say it every day. Just do the right thing. Just do the right thing. If you have a decision you have to make, or if you're worried about something, or you're worried you're going to get in trouble, do the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get in trouble for doing the right thing.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
No judgment on that. No
Right.
judgment on that. Now, how was back to Betty's Village, Northwest? That's groundbreaking for
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, we just did the groundbreaking last week.
Yeah, I saw that on
Right
the
here.
news. I saw that on the news.
Yeah.
You also had Jimmy Kimmel. You had all these big celebrities.
Yeah.
In the article that came forward. And
Yeah, they were wonderful, and Jimmy, of course, a great Las Vegan, has always been very supportive, and just the people that Penn and from Penn and Teller, and just so many different celebrities in town. Wayne Newton, he's like our
Santana.
godfather,
Yeah, no, definitely.
and Santana, it's wonderful to have all these wonderful people.
Well, because they're also true artists. They come out of this. What you guys represent here is what they are about.
Yeah.
Serving the universe.
Yeah,
making,
exactly.
it a better place.
Exactly.
Now, how would somebody get on the list for Betty's Village? How would
Just
somebody-
if you go to our website, there's you can log into our residential tab, and you can get added to the list.
It's not hard.
It's not hard to do at all. I think we have there's about 300 people on the list for 122, but we're still taking names and keep them coming.
You don't have to have a special ability or disability, whatever. I always say special ability because I don't think I spent a lot of time in the hospitals. I was in a wheelchair for a bit. I understand how people treat you differently and how frustrating it is not to be able to function in the same way.
Of course.
So it humbled me for a lot of years, and I came out of it wanting to speak up and for people that have been in that same position. And the minute somebody gave me the opportunity and didn't see what my problems were, and they saw what my special traits were, I was able to just rise above all of that.
Right.
And that's what you guys definitely are all about.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons we have this show, and what we bring everybody on. If you can't tell, there's a lot of diversity. Besides the puppets.
No, it's
Besides
great.
the puppets. And then
great.
Nick, I know you had a couple questions. I didn't want to hold you up.
Nick, how you
Do you
doing?
have any Betty's Village questions?
I mean, are you able to, if someone wanted to get into Betty's Village, and then once they're in, they're like, let's say they don't really have much of a job, can they get a job through your program?
The number one thing Opportunity Village does is provides jobs for people. And so, we have a staff of over 700 people.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say 45% of that staff is special ability. And, that's part of what we do as a mission. And then we have all these business units. We have a media management unit. We have a bakery. We have a custodial unit. And those are all have jobs for people with special disabilities or other abilities, as we like to say. And so, and it's not just that. We place people in the community in jobs. We have those 63 job sites that we have around town. Part of what we do there is if people go to a job site, and let's say they're working there and they're working at a specific business and they like it there. I mean, that's a place where they could apply and get a job. Okay. And that's why we have them at those sites, so they can see what those jobs are like. Because I don't know about you, but it was really hard for me to figure out what I wanted to do with my life when I was young. I didn't know. Thought I was gonna be a pro football player. That didn't work out so well. So that stuff happens, right?
Right.
And
then, so let's say I could drive. I have a different ability, but I could drive. But I have friends that can't. So let's say if they joined up and they wanted to get a job through you guys, and they do, how do you guys offer a transportation system for them?
Yeah, we work with the RTC on the transportation.
Okay.
So that's the hardest thing for folks, and we work with RTC's been really great. MJ Maynard over there is a terrific CEO, does a great job helping people with disabilities get the transportation that they need. But it's always going to be a challenge because it's all about funding. And we try and place our jobs where there's public transportation. But the great thing about the future, Nicholas, is I think there's going to be a lot more automation in transportation. Mm-hmm. I think you'll be able to go to your phone and call up an automated car, and it'll come to your house and pick you up and take you to work.
Like Zooks.
Yeah, exactly. I see that as the future. I think that's the best thing about these automated cars is for people that can't drive, and that are trapped at their house because they don't have transportation. And so that talk about freedom, that's a great, you can go anywhere, you know, and that I think that's really important. So we're gonna, you know, we've done a lot of work with the RTC on that, talked about that a lot, and I think there's a bright future for that.
I've worked with people with disabilities. So I used to be part of Special Olympics, actually.
Love Special Olympics.
And I'm so uplifting and brotherly to people that when I see people with different abilities having struggles, I don't treat them with kid gloves. I treat them as if I was treated, which is you have a different ability, but you are not helpless.
Right.
Like I see people, I know friends who like struggle to learn like the little simplest things, but then they go ahead and make loaves of bread and cakes and stuff, and you're like, you can't put your different ability in front of you and say like, I have this different ability.
Right.
And you're like, that's bonkers because you could bake cake.
Right.
You don't know, you don't understand how difficult that is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't fly a plane.
Exactly.
But I'm on planes all the time, and so that's the key is finding out what it is that you want to do. What's your passion? What are you excited about? What do you get excited about?
I encourage people. I'm like, don't put your different ability in front of you and label yourself, because then you just label yourself and put the block on yourself.
100%. 100%.
And that's completely up, because me, I have my bad ability is that I cannot learn something without actually doing it. So if I don't get the tool to do it, these mic skills I have, this is all from talking more than I ever have. And before then, like I wouldn't be able to enunciate anything that I had to say properly without doing it first.
Right.
And that's.
I think a lot of people, with diverse abilities, doing something and learning something that way. I think it's the best way to learn. That's how I learn. You know, I mean, my wife's very analytical, so she'll read a book, and she has to read all the instructions. And I would be halfway through building the bike at Christmas, and she'd be reading the instructions and tell her that you got the front fender on the back, and the back fender on the front, or something like that. I go, kids won't notice that. Come on, good stuff.
Oh my gosh, I love all this banter back and forth that they're talking about. What we're doing right now is proving what it's all about.
Yeah.
And really getting down to the core of it.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go about 5 more minutes. Al, did you have any questions?
Big Al.
Big Al.
Big
I know
Al.
you did, because you're sitting there and I can feel him. So I'm gonna let you ask some questions, Al.
As you guys know, I came out here in 1978. So I've seen this town mature over the years. And, being an 8-year-old kid, new, totally from the Midwest to the West Coast. At one point, my mom likes to have thrift stuff, and we went into a couple of Goodwill stores, and I thought, okay, Goodwill. And then as I got older, as a teenager, I heard Opportunity Village. And I thought Opportunity Village, please correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just a kid. I'm thinking Opportunity Village is like Goodwill. But guess what? Now that I'm an adult and I've met you, the president and CEO.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Stop.
It is it's really opened up my heart, you know what I mean? To see as an 8-year-old kid being here, seeing the town maturate, seeing people who are doing good, but I also want to talk about the people who ain't doing too good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to know that Opportunity Village is here for people to give them a kickstart really touches my heart. And I really want to get a chance to be part of the organization. You know what I mean? Because there's still a lot of people walking around lost. You know what I mean? It touches my heart when I drive down the road and seeing people who can't get to the resource.
Yeah, well, we've got a waiting list. And listen, these are the hard things that, as many people as we serve, we've got a waiting list. And, the reason that we have a waiting list is I need more employees. I need more people to work here. And so, we're constantly doing job fairs. If it's in your heart, if you're listening to me and it's in your heart to help people, come on down here. We got a job for you, and a good job for you.
Amen.
Amen.
He's got a new development, Opportunity Village got a new development on the northwest Northwest, which is located right off of the 215 in Decatur.
That's right.
Right where the big Costco shopping center is.
Just north of it. Yep.
And I just found out from his lovely assistants over there, Mike, turn the camera to this beautiful woman.
Director of Communications.
Director of Communications.
Laura
Laura Foster. She told me that in February of 2025, you will be able to get a chance to see it be built. That hopefully by the end of
It'll open October of 2026.
I was just going to say the fall. Yeah. So please get in touch with Opportunity Village. It'll be a great start for you. That's all I have to say. I'm a kid that's been here since 1978.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
All right, guys, we are wrapping up segment 2, 702 Sports on the Sidelines. We will be back in 2 and 2 to talk sports and do sports trivia. All right, DGC Sports, Clark County School District, always proud to promote inclusion through Best Buddies Nevada. And we are proud to also support the Care Complex of Southern Nevada to end homelessness. So tune in, and we'll see you in a couple seconds. All right, guys, peace.
Thank you for coming back to 702 Sports on the Sideline, produced and created by Creation for Cause, and proud partners with BGC Sports in Clark County School District. And we are here, yes, for segment 3 with Mr. Bob Brown, President and CEO.
Yeah.
Thanks, Big Al. Great to be here.
Oakland native too. But he doesn't want to talk about the Cowbears. I can't twist his arm. They are good this year. They're over 500. Just had an upsetting loss, and that's okay. An upsetting loss against a powerhouse Miami team. I mean, they didn't even think they were can even coexist with them on the field, but took them to overtime. Okay, but first I want to give it Rylee. Rylee has some Jonas Brother trivia questions.
What?
With Nick G over there with his sports.
Uh-oh, exciting.
I can't wait because he's got some good questions. Oh, I've nailed a few of them, so correct me if I'm wrong. Right. What is it that you would like to say Jonas Brothers style?
Oh.
Nick Jonas' favorite color? I'm gonna go with blue.
Ah.
That was my pick because blue's my favorite color. Is it blue?
Good job, man. Good job.
Riley's got more questions coming, don't you? We're gonna save them for the tail end of this segment 3. But first, I want to get into something that's rarely happened. We're gonna go into the second round of the Major League Baseball playoffs. Now, as you know, the Texas Rangers, we know they won it last week. Okay, they really wasn't even favored to win it, but they got in, and they played the Arizona Diamondbacks, who people really thought they weren't gonna get in. But this year, as we say, the playoffs are not the playoffs until you hit the road.
Right.
And every team now, Royals, Yankees tied 1-1. Dodgers, Padres tied 1-1. Mets, red hot, sizzling Mets are tied 1-1 against the Phillies. And Tigers, Detroit, the Tigers are tied 1-1 against the Guardians.
You know what? I almost forgot it was playoff season because the Mets are still in it.
Yes.
That's person check out from New Jersey. Like I said, I'm a Yankees fan, and my aunt is a Mets fan. So when I see the Mets still playing, I'm like, oh, look at that! Is it playoff season already?
And this is what's crazy, everybody. We didn't even talk about this. Like I didn't want to talk about this earlier. We got 3 teams in the AL Central.
Yeah.
We've got Tigers, Guardians, and the Royals. Those teams are normally not even in the playoffs.
Not even. Not even close.
So this year, it looked like who got a coin? Let's just flip it, right?
They're rolling 8-sided dice on this one.
Because we know, I mean, like, the Dodgers, they're playing the Padres. The Padres are hungry. I'm talking hungry. Very, very hungry. And the Yankees, I mean, we're Yankee fans, but we know how we play sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I thought that we would be able to own the Royals because since we don't have the Astros, right? Always lets us down. But the Astros are out of here. So now we're struggling with KC So I cannot wait to see that game. I know they're going to be rocking and rolling. Patrick Mahomes said it last night at the end of like them beating the Saints, my Saints. It's going to be hot at the K, as he calls it. They even got swag now. They even got a nickname. The K. But the thing about this, Aaron Judge isn't hitting, and that scares me.
It does scare me a little bit. I hope he's just saving his energy because I got nothing for him, dude. I don't know what's going on there.
You know, and Carlos Stanton is not doing it, hitting, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's must-see TV. Let's just put it like that. Royals, at home, Yankees, and also must-see TV. The Dodgers used to own the Padres. Now, they have to go to the Big Sombrero, down here in San Diego, and those people are fired up. Matter of fact, guess what, Bob? I found out. They didn't even sell all the tickets to the Dodger fans. They even knew. They said, I said, are you kidding me? San Diego said they were only giving Dodger fans limited tickets. Because normally when those two teams play in San Diego, there are more Dodger fans than Padre fans.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that like, but let's just talk about how it's gonna be in New York. The Mets are on fire! They're on fire like a rock star.
I'm actually kind of surprised a little bit.
Yes, cash it all of it is. So the Mets are gonna host the Phillies, and the Phillies are inconsistent too. You know about that? The Diamondbacks came in here and ruined that dream last year. So to me, it's up for the Mets just to take the whole time. Take it right now.
You know what? I don't normally say this, but just for the sake of my aunt who's a Mets fan, I hope they take it this year. But I mean, I'm not gonna put any dreams in her head. Just saying.
It's a tough series. I've been a Philly fan. Have that one year. It's going to be really tough. But obviously the local underdogs here, it'd be nice to see. The Tigers.
Yes.
What incredible.
You were talking.
Yes. I mean, talking about underdogs.
Talk about it.
What if they get past Cleveland?
Undercats.
I was just thinking about that. What if they do get past Cleveland? I'm like, I know it's gonna be jumping in Motown.
Right?
Oh yes.
It's gonna be jumping in Motown. I mean, my goodness, like the Tigers used to be a doormat. People used to be able to walk all over them. So, how do you think this game's gonna turn out, Mr. Brown? Tigers at home. They already pitched their ace already. Schoolboy.
Yeah. I mean, they've been putting it together all year, and all these unknowns. And my heart's out for them. I got to root for the underdog.
We always got
I'm hoping the Tigers Mets.
Oh wow.
Who's the bigger underdog?
Oh,
That's
wow.
the series, right? That'd be fun.
You know what? Speaking of underdogs, I'm just gonna let me pull the angry cat. Let me pull the angry. Get back. Let me pull the angry cat out. So you just really hit me to something. Look at all these underdogs.
A lot of
Mets,
underdogs this year.
Tigers. If the Royals upset the Yankees, because a lot of people are thinking it's gonna be Yankees, Phillies, and everybody's always hoping it to be Dodgers, Yankees.
Right.
So if any one of those two teams gets bounced, it's just going to be some fun, different postseason baseball just to watch. You know, Texas never won a World Series, and we got that, and we got the Diamondbacks last year to be there. I mean, who would ever think in a million? If you walk down the street right now and said to anybody, who won it last year in the World Series? How many people do you think they would say the Texas Rangers?
Like 10%.
Thank you.
That's
I'll bury that, right?
And to say, well, who they play? How many people, what percentage did you think people would know that was the Arizona Diamondbacks there?
Unless you're in Arizona.
Exactly. Because those are household names. But we're looking at rich and traditional teams now. The Mets are traditionally old school tradition, right? I think the last time they won it was in 1986. So they're there. The Tigers, I mean, they won it in the 80s. So that's a household name, no matter how you slice and dice it. Kansas City Royals, we know what they did, right? They won the World Series, right? And that was in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers and the Padres, I mean, I would love to see the Padres in the World Series. I really would.
Yeah.
I really would. Tatis, good. But speaking of the Tigers that you were talking about, A.J. Hinch, I just realized he was the Astros coach who won the ring, and he's on that Tigers team.
Yes.
He manages that team. So there is championship pedigree down there in Motown.
Yeah.
So let me just take the doormat and put it in the washing machine and wash it up, because they're not doormats no more. But one thing I do want to do is go to some NFL. Now, who was your favorite football team?
That would be the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm hype about that.
I've been a proud member of Raider Nation since 1960.
Wow.
Old school.
During the bad boys of Raiders.
LaMonica, Miranda,
Wow.
Blitnikoff,
Those guys were
Upshaw.
Gene Upshaw. Yes, God rest his soul, who was a commissioner of the NFL in the 80s. That lets you know how old I am, but we don't want to tell nobody that. So I just want to ask you a question. How do you feel about Devontae Adams' situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of heartbreaking, when that happens, particularly when it happens with your team. And it's basically somebody just saying, hey, I don't play with you guys. And, trade him. If you don't want to play with us, you don't want to do it later.
But this what gets me, Mr. Brown. Are the Raiders just like selling themselves short? They only want a second round pick and some money.
Oh, yeah, I definitely would want as much as I can get out of Devontae Adams.
I need a first round, don't you think?
I think so.
Forget the money, just give me a first round.
But I mean, the trouble is, if this had all come up before the season, we would probably gotten there, right? But now we're 5 games in. Now we're talking about it. That does not put the Raiders in a good position in terms of the trade. And so it's really, he's really put the team over the barrel a little bit. And I'm happy about that. I want a team that works together, plays hard. Win, lose, or draw. I want to see him playing hard on the field, and that's what's important to me. That's what being a leader is all about.
And that's it. Hard work. And drive to excellence. Just win, baby. But Mr. Brown also told me some things that are true about himself.
You gotta stop calling me Mr. Brown.
He said to call him Bob. He said to call
Okay.
him Bob.
I'm gonna call him Big Bob.
Big Bob.
Big Bob.
And Big
Big
Al.
Big Al.
Big Bob.
So Big Bob, check it out. You told me you played for.
I played in high school, and I was a very good football player.
What position did you play?
I played defensive end.
Wow. My nemesis. I played tight end.
Yeah.
So I always had to block or that you just go by. I was an undersized tight end. I could catch anything. See, look, I caught that.
I always tell people, nobody wants to hear about, what we did 40 years ago, 50 years ago, right? But we still remember.
We remember. Those were good times playing high school football.
I remember I was at a reunion one time with my wife, and there was a guy there that played ball. He was I said, let's go.
Wow, Big Bob says, pad it up, let's go.
Challenge accepted.
I love it. So let's talk about 3 quick games. Bob plays football. Just real quick, gonna blow through it real quick. Lions at Cowboys. Cowboys have won 2 in a row. Who do you like in this game? Lions.
I don't even have to think about it.
Wow. Okay.
We all watched that game the other night. That could have gone either way. And what is this deal with CeeDee Lamb and Dak? Oh my goodness gracious! You can't be having a little challenge with your star receiver and your star quarterback, right? So hopefully they get that fixed this week. But I really like the Lions, and I think that they're having some challenges in their secondary. I think that's going to be the key there. I think they can stop the run just fine, but I think that they can tighten up that secondary. They're really tough to contend.
And one thing we talked about, the Cowboys always have problems against teams that run the ball.
Absolutely.
Right, we talked about that 2 weeks ago. Matter of fact, Texans versus the Patriots. Texans.
That's not even close.
Texans. But here is
that's your money line right there.
Here it is right there, Texans. -7 to you gambling gentlemen out there.
No.
Here is the game of the week to me. The Commanders. Who would ever think the Commanders would be 4-1, getting ready to go play Baltimore, who's 3-2, with their first round pick, Jaden Daniels.
Now, I'm going to interject something in here that's we haven't talked about yet.
Go ahead.
Fantasy football.
Ah.
There is no way I'm betting against Lamar Jackson in that game.
That's right.
Jaden Daniels is amazing.
Yes, he
Have
is.
we ever seen a rookie come in and play like that?
No.
And that's a we have a long history of watching this stuff, right?
Yes, we do.
So that's an incredible story. But in this game, the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, they're on a mission.
Yeah, they are.
They are on a mission.
Yes, they are.
And I think that they're gonna show the upstarts. Hey, you know, we're in charge of this division.
I like the Ravens. I'm all with that. I just want to talk. I have a really quick second, but I want to just do one game. That is the game for our Texas. It is the game for our Texas fans out there in BGC Sportsland. It is the Red River Rivalry.
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah! Yeah! That's all they look forward to. The fair, the Red River Rivalry Fair, right? As well as number 1 Texas is playing Oklahoma. Must see TV. Who do you like?
I'm going with Oklahoma on this. I'm going to take the underdog, and I'm doing that because my wife's aunt was a jump center at Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
So I have to. I told her.
Okay,
I
Oklahoma.
know we're for Oklahoma against Texas.
Okay, Oklahoma's an underdog, so we're going to see how good they play at home. But now, we got to slide out of football and slide to Nick G and go do some sports trivia.
We only got a couple minutes left, guys. We can't do the full sports trivia, though.
Let's see, all right? So, what was the nickname of the Minnesota Vikings defense in the 1970s?
Ooh.
I got it. Go for it. Purple people eaters.
Yeah, that's it.
Cha-ching.
Wait, Bob, you have to pick a prize. We got skeletons. We've got funny glasses. We've got skeleton drinking glasses. We've got skeleton masks. We've got a skeleton mug with a pair of socks.
Cassidy Bobblehead.
What's a ninja sword?
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
That
dun,
is
dun.
Excalibur.
Not that I can take it anywhere here.
Ooh, yes, you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Purple people eaters.
Now, which player was nicknamed the Minister of Defense?
Oh, man, I know this.
Green Bay Packers.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. Pick another
His
prize.
first name was that White.
Pick another prize.
Frankie White.
Yeah, there we go.
Does that go to me?
Does that go to
Do I
you?
win?
Yeah, you got the
Sure.
I'm
sure.
going with this right here. 'Cause I'm
I
putting
know.
something in this funky Comadina skeleton.
Good choice.
I like this.
Al, that's the best choice yet. Good job. That's my cousin. His name is Al, too.
One more, let's go right.
Nick Jonas's favorite 7-Eleven? Oh, his favorite 7-Eleven Slurpee.
Ooh. Blue raspberry?
Well, yeah, he likes blue.
Blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
raspberry.
Yay. I got that one.
Nick G.
Nick, grab a
Yeah,
prize.
Skull Cup.
Oh yeah. Let's
Put
give
the
him
name
some-
on-
Skippy with a smile.
Yeah.
And my name is... Hey, enough of that.
Okay, now you give a trivia question to Israel, our photographer.
Go for it. Make something up, Bob. Go for it.
Opportunity
It's a trivia question. Who was the Mad Bomber?
Ooh.
Oh, I got it.
That's a first question.
It's his favorite team.
Which Raider was the Mad Bomber? He's not. I can look at you and say, he's not one enough to know the answer.
Wait, tell me technically that is first letter of his name.
E.
Damn, it's not it. Daniel,
You're up.
you're up.
Big Al.
Big
I
Al,
got
that
it.
was.
You said it already early in the segment. It's Daryl LaMonica. Man, Bomber.
No prize for you.
So we're gonna wrap up this great show. I want to say thank you.
Al.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you
Always.
so much.
Thank you so much. And he even gave Big Al a Christmas gift. Because I think Mr. Bob said that I get to be Santa Claus
Not many.
at the Magical Forest. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored because the Magical Forest is where everyone in Las Vegas goes to go see. I would drive by it many times and my grandkids would light up like they seen the heavens. But now, Papa Al is gonna be Santa Claus. So I'm gonna gain 40 more pounds and I won't buy my beer with Just for Men. It's going great. It's going all great. So get ready to see Big Al after December 17th. I think it's every day after December 17th.
I want to watch this actually.
And please
We're
come
gonna put him
down
on this.
and see Big Al and the lovely, lovely Magical Forest. We will be there, 702 Sports Creation for Cause. Mr. Bob.
Thanks, Al. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much,
Thank you so
Bob.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my God.
Nick,
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you.
Rylee, you come to the Magical Forest with me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Beautiful.